Hello everyone and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, I'm gonna retry Golgari. So every time I play Golgari deck, it's been a little bit wonky because I wanted to always come up with my own brew that maybe can somehow be better than the standard brew. However, I never actually ran the low to the ground directly what everybody else utilized as a Golgari deck, which is this one. I'm gonna try this one out instead. Alright, so this is a, I think it's a better deck. It has all the Dreadknights, which is very important, and then it has a little bit of less Glissa and more Gix command for the sort of the tempo play and then the late game play. So I'm gonna try this out. Let's talk about our deck list. We have in the early game 3 cut down. 2 go for the throw as a removal, but I also slotted in 2 long goodbye. You know how much I like to have long goodbyes instead of just a bunch of go for the throats. I also have bats. Bats are what make Golgari good, right? Bats are what makes all the black decks good because you can look at our opponent's hand, we get information, we also tax out a card. And then we have 4 Mosswood Dreadknight as what's it called? The 4 Mosswood Dreadknight as the card draw. Card names are escaping me. Then 4 Preacher of the Schism. Schism. I don't know what it's called, but this card is great. This card gives you card draw, gives you vampires, all the pluses. 2 Liliana, just a little bit of a card sort of a destruction or hand destruction, hand disruption. And we got 3 Sentinel of this Nameless City and 3 Tranquil Frillback. This is what I really love about Golgari deck because this presses the tempo advantage a lot, and then Tranquil Frillback just eats up all of the combo decks. You get to blow up enchantments or artifacts, you get to exile graveyards, you can gain life if you're going against mono red. This card is just, I don't know, people are saying this is not a good best of 1 card. I think it's great. I guess I have to learn to play it. And then 1 Glissa, only 1, because a lot of times when I play, I feel like Glissa gets stuck in my hand. 2 Shieldred, of course, for the, just pressing that tempo goodness. Whenever we draw, we gain life. Whenever opponent draw, they die. And then we have 1 Bat God, the Deepest Betrayal, 2 Gix Command, and then 1 Nisa as the top tier endgame. Alright, so this is, we can land this, -7 to win. Not that many forests, but probably can still win with +4/+4 on all board and trample. But we can also use the -1. Something I feel oftentimes forget is that Nisa, if you just land it for 5 mana, it's a 3 loyalty, right? But 3 loyalty can blow up 3 artifact and enchantments. That sometimes is a lot in the current metagame. And then let's talk about the rest of the lands. We have 4 swamps, 4 forests, 1 Takenuma, 1 Boseiju, 4 Deathcap Glade, 4 Llanowar Wastes, 4 Restless Cottage, 4 Underground Mortuary. All the 4-offs, none of the Mirics, none of the Field of Ruin, because we want to press the tempo advantage a little bit more than with the other color lands. We have 26, or other colorless lands, I should say. We have 26 lands total. So this is as standard as it gets for a Golgari deck, and I wanna try it out to see if it's, is that any good? Guess that answers the age-old question. Alright, we get to go first. 2 mortuaries. That's, I'll keep. Pretty fun. All the 3 drops, we have 3 lands, so... Okay, not tossing that. It's one of the best cards in the deck. What are we facing, though? It does depend on what we're facing, whether or not we can have a tap land. Okay, I might have to have an untapped land. Just to say goodbye to the Warden. Resolute Reinforcement. Skill. Alright, this is good. Now I don't have to just play a Dreadknight. I can play the Sentinel. That's a 3/4. And Vigilance. Vigilance really presses the advantage onto our opponent because I can attack while blocking at the same time. But, Boros deck is Boros deck. They always get some crazy stuff. And the way the current Golgari runs, it's actually not board wipes. There's no path. There's the only thing I have is just a measly little Gix command, which I can't really play. Of course, they still have 9 Aaron, which is really good for them. And, oh jeez, okay. Well, if this is a land. Gotta toss that. It's good, but I have one in my hand already. Now 4/5, I can attack. It's vigilance. There's nothing in the graveyard for me to exile, so it doesn't do anything. I will play just another Sentinel. Just gotta get on the board, right? Boros is so scary. I don't even know how to fight it. I guess a Gix command can go a long way, but it's gonna be a while before that can happen. And of course, they're gonna go so wide. I'm not really quite sure how I can defend against that. Are they gonna recruit? They're not gonna recruit if they do this. Keep to the top. And then Gleeful Demolition. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here. Boros deck does Boros deck things. Look at that crazy play. I mean, that's just... I guess that might be my problem with Golgari, is how I can get it to work, because everybody in the meta is Boros. Until you attack against Boros, then you will never face it. That's exactly how the matchmaker works. And something you gotta remember is, to fight Boros, you have to have some form of a board wipe. And quick. Opponent goes first? Of course they do. I have removal, but removal against Boros means nothing. Green, though. That's interesting. I have a cut down, actually. Do I want to just hold up the cut down? Against green, you just want to make sure you get rid of the board. I have turn 1 play, I have turn 2 play for removal. Okay, they're not green. They are some weird, also Golgari version of the deck. So they're not playing anything. I guess instead of the Mortuary, which only holds up a cut down, into their 3-drop, there's really nothing I can cut down. So I think it's better if I just Dreadknight, draw a card. I draw a cut down. So whatever they play, we can actually remove. At least that's the idea. That's a lot of cut downs. Phyrexian. They're using a cavern like I do. Bushwhack. They're getting a land after playing a land? Oh. Alright, they're getting their Shieldred ready. So let's... I do want to land, so let's keep that to the top. We'll play the Dreadknight. Yeah, we'll just play it. We have one in our hand, so no point in trying to hide it. Just play the Shieldred. Roaming Throne. Phyrexian Throne Roamer. I can't actually kill that, so that's really bad for me. But let's see what we get. Alright, we get a land. I do like lands. So let's get a Sentinel. Nothing else we can do here. The ward is really bad for us, so I guess we'll see what they have for Phyrexian. In black? What? This is a fight deck? Are they gonna fight me? Yeah, it's probably a fight deck. No, just Shieldred. Okay. Now we draw. Still can't kill the Roaming Throne, which is scary. But I guess I can... What am I doing this turn? Let's see. When I get a land. That's a bat. I like bats. It's hard to get rid of that roaming throne. I need an extra land. I need 6 lands to Tranquil Frillback the... Oh my god. That's a lot of triggers, my man. So I can get rid of 1. Let's do that. Maybe he'll block. I doubt it, but who knows. It doesn't block. So I could look at his hand and see what kind of Phyrexian triggers he has, which is what makes it very scary, right? Or I can try to get rid of 1. I think I'll try to get rid of 1 because I can just... Yeah, this is not very good. I wish this is... Actually, Go for the Throw wouldn't get it either, so... Pay 1 and decline the rest. We'll destroy this. Wait, is there... Oh, they're both Phyrexian. Oops. Ah, damn it, I don't have double ward. Alright, well. Alright, that was a mistake because I did not count. But I have a bat, so... Is there 2 obliterators? There's 2 obliterators. And a Mishra. I can't get rid of any of these. He has 6. 1 more, he goes to 7, and then I will have issue with the Virtue. Jeez, that's so bad for me. Oh, he plays Mishra. All these removal. Can't get any of these creatures. What can I even do? I do have Go for the Throw. That's important going up next. So I'm gonna attack with this. Let's see if he blocks. He does block, which is wrong. And I'll show him why. That was why. Oh boy, okay. I don't need a long goodbye. It's kind of a dead card right now against this deck. They're all big drops for some reason. Can't stop an obliterator. Can kill the Mishra so he doesn't get that double. Alright, is there any way for me to draw a card? I don't think so. And you can have Fight Club, right? And that's real bad. So let's map. That's a bat. It's a cut down. And then I'll quit. That's so bad. I couldn't get there. So I don't die next turn, but basically I can't fight through that with the double roaming thrones. Roaming thrones, man! I should have killed the first one. I didn't have a chance to. Oh well. This is what happens when you try to play a standard deck. You face up against Jank somehow. And Jank killed standard. Also, Boros killed standard. So what is this deck good against? GG Theft. Maybe we're good against Thefts. I don't know. We do finally get to go first. 1 game in 17 games. I'm making an active tracker of how many times we get to go first. And it's been 1 in 17 so far. So, that was that deck. Alright. I was wondering if I was ever going to face that deck. I guess today's the day. So they got the Aftermath, they got Nissa, they got Double Gang, they got a lot of good cards. So we'll stop the Aftermath, that's the scariest card. They'll probably just play their killing. But do they have 2 lands? Oh, they have an extra land. Oh, okay. So, doesn't matter what I do. Can't even play it. Can't even play it. That's just fan-freaking-tastic. Alright, Glissa gives me card draw. This does not give me card draw because I just get vampires. Actually, no, I gain life for the bat. Still, I think Glissa's better. I don't think he's gonna attack me anyway. Why don't you play your land, buddy? Huh. Interesting. Does this deck not have lands? What's going on? Alright, one more land is Aftermath to basically get off. So... Oh. That's probably gonna block. Makes sense. 1 black mana. All that no Mirix talk, still mana screwed. He has a land, or he can play his Nissa, I guess. Right? He can play his Nissa, that's why the stick. Yeah. He does have a land. 2 mana to play. What can he play with 2 mana? I don't think we. Oh. He can play an Aftermath Specialist. That always helps. They never don't have it. Or just kill him. Oh, we get our next land, which is very important. Because we can get rid of Nissa this way. Sack a creature, please.
Happy to help. Off you go.
I will draw a card. Ooh, that's a bat. Bats are good. But the Whirl Fire is scarier. Did it just top deck a land? Yeah, don't worry. Always have it. What does this actually do? Look at the top 4 cards of your library. If this card is bargain, look at the top 8 cards of your library instead and put 2 cards. Well, they top deck their best cards. I just need 1. I have 3 of that in the deck. I don't think I can draw it. That's interesting. So I'm probably batting next turn unless I draw the exile your graveyard. The whole idea of that deck is exactly that. Do I discard first? Do I discard a bat? Do I want to bat him?
You won't be outsmarting me.
How often would I be able to get to bat him? I don't know. It's kind of late for that, right? Yeah, it's kind of late for that. Discards his Nissa. Thinks that his Nissa will stay. Lets me draw a card. Alright. We will play our Deep-Cavern Bat. What do you have in your hand? Ill-Time Explosion. Virtue. Well, I've got to take that Ill-Time Explosion out. Do we kill the Nissa? Yeah. Let's fire it off while we had a chance. Make him spam mana for stuff. I mean, the bats are nice, but, you know, if I can get the 1 card that is made to tech against this whole deck. Aftermath Specialist. Now he can do it. Yeah, now he can do it. Disgusting. Disgusting. Okay, I will play it as Mortuary. I don't think it matters. Oh. That's a really good card, but I already played a Mortuary, so I guess we'll toss it. It's too slow. Right? If I kill his hand right now, he'll have nothing.
Don't overthink things.
So he can gain a lot of life. How many life can he gain actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can gain 5 life? Or 4 life, and he gains a lot of lands back. But what am I gonna do? Not attack? I didn't get it. I didn't get it at all. All the card draws in the world is not gonna help me. Not get the one card attack against that deck, and they just don't miss. Every card in their top deck has been the best cards they needed exactly at that moment. I'm salty, but this new deck, right? This new combo, it's so bad. Like it's good, but bad at the same time. I don't even know how to explain it. Yeah, I was gonna top deck best card. Double gang, explosion, one of those. Kill him. Oh, it's a land. What do you know? I thought it would be way better than that. Now these two cards can't attack no more. Alright, this costs 2. That means I only have 4 mana. If I make him sack, he'll probably sack his cottage. I want to see what I can draw first. This doesn't do anything, right? Wow. You're just gonna take it? I'll draw a card. Sacrifice your killing? Alright.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Guess we'll put more onto the board. I don't even know what's going on. To get one more draw because I couldn't get anywhere with my draw. Takenuma can give me my Bat God, but can't play it. So that's like, like I said, the Bat God is never gonna happen. It's gonna take way too long for that to do anything. Oh, he's playing the Virtue. Well, his last top deck, right? It has to be the best card in the world. He has a combo off this turn, which he could. For all intents and purposes, he could. He's gotta have to burn Glissa. Otherwise his Virtue of Strength dies. But then if he burns Glissa, Shieldra will kill him. He can burn my face. 1, 2, 3. Okay, a turtle. Into an explosion. Jesus Christ. That's as good of a card as you're gonna get, huh? Alright, what can I do with 3 mana? I can bring back Alcatraz. That doesn't actually do much. Does it? See, he gets another ill-timed explosion. Yeah, we'll get back our Bat God. Let's see what he discards, though. Maybe he whips and it's 2 lands. let's hope, right? Well, one of them is a land. I think I had to do Takenuma in response because otherwise, those are both together, right? When you do, you may discard 2 cards. I don't know how this works because I gotta ask the judge about this. There's periods here, right? Draw 2 cards, period. Then you may discard 2 cards, period. Does that mean that I can respond in middle of that after you discard before damage is dealt? Okay. He gets infinite mana. That's fair. That's like 5 million damage. Six. Is that 26 damage? I wonder. No, exactly 26. GG. Who needs to be good when you can just be lucky? I mean, he has a lot more mana. That's just like, what a crappy deck. Can't interact with at all. Alright, well, Golgari has been doing exactly what I thought Golgari was going to do. I thought it was because I was trying to make a better deck in the meta. It just turned out Golgari is bad. I'd never draw this. The Tranquil Frillback would have locked the whole game down that game. Alright, opponent goes first. No removal, 2 Gix command. The only 2 in the deck. It's probably aggro, which means I'll probably die. Can I afford to toss this hand back? Of course not. Why toss hands back when you can just lose? Yeah, I need more lands. Alright, let's see if we get countered here. Into open mana. There was no choice there to not do that. Would have been just so much worse. Alright, against blue-white, what can I actually do against that deck? There's no counter unless you pay 1, right? I guess all the lands I play already kind of pointless. There's no Mire in the deck. Memory Deluge. That's real good for them. Let's see if we can get a card draw out of this. Oh, a bat. Oh, Jeskai. Zergitai? Would you Zergitai? You would Zergitai. Well, I still think we bat him. Or I can attack him with the Restless Cottage, right? That's pretty good to get rid of the Memory Deluge. But the bat is so much better. It demands an answer. Alright, that's a lot of counter spells and random other stuff. But we'll take the Zergitai. Force him to do something else next turn. Now I know my Tranquil Frillback will do something. And then I'll get a Glissa. How good is a Glissa? He doesn't actually have that much to stop a Glissa. Celestis. Huh. That's interesting. He has 7 mana this way. So I definitely want to attack with the cottage as well. Right? Is the one card you drew a March? Or Get Lost? That would be really bad for me. But there's nothing else I can do here, so I guess I'll have to do it. Low partition. Let's get rid of your memory deluge. Lightning Helix, and then Zerg timing. He would probably do that. No, Jace.
Phyrexia's plans are already in motion.
Interesting that you know.
We can improve upon your ideas.
Didn't I just throw Jace away? Throw away Zergo and Ojutai. Alright, let's just kill Jace. I guess.
The knowledge we acquired is still valuable.
I had to kill Jace there. There's nothing else I could have done. But what's worse is now I have nothing to do for until they get another Jace and just mill me out. Of course. I knew he has another one. Can't interact with this at all. Do I want to play this out? This is a horrible video. To be fair, I've just been losing every game against the worst matchups. I don't know why I'm playing this out. There is no... I cannot interact with the Zergo and Ojutai at all. And he has counter spells. And I'm getting mana screwed. So... yeah, just name everything that could go bad. And there it is. You know, as traditions go, right? I usually play any deck until I win a game. Let's keep doing that. I have a little bit more time. And this deck is just... it feels awful. I don't think the deck itself is awful. But... you know, arena stats are all lies. I go to Untap GG, and then they tell you a deck has like 70 or 60% win rate, and I play and I get like 1 out of 5 games. You go first. All right. I've been losing so much that they let me go first. And you can say that it's because of the mulligan, but I can't justify any form of a mulligan against angry white men. And then another Boros deck. Of course they are. Why would you play anything else? Okay, another Jeskai deck, I guess. Why would you play anything else? Schism probably gets removed. Still, he is technically a card draw. Okay, well, you're gonna remove this. March. Oh, get lost. Okay. So I can play a Shieldred. He has to kill a Shieldred somehow. Or I can underground and play another Preacher. Nah. I think a Shieldred is worth it. Because it presses the advantage that they tap to kill a Preacher. So now they have to answer a Shieldred somehow. If they just play a land and not do anything, then it's a go for the... I mean, it's a Wandering Emperor turn. So I will be careful with attacking with Shieldred. We'll play a Sentinel. Get a lot of map tokens. Make this appear as Sentinel. Well then, I guess she'll just get in. reasonable. Wait, why? I can just do this. Alright, do I want this Gix command against that deck? Probably not. I could have gone 2 card deeper, honestly. That might have been a mistake. I wanted to get a +1 on Shield Drip, but if he just Emperors it, I don't think it matters. But Emperor on his turn means he's tapped out.
But I need to end it. This is what you get for hurting my people.
I can kill the Emperor, but then he will have the advantage. I could not kill the Emperor, and then I still don't have the advantage because all I have will be a Sentinel. I don't know if any of this matters.
I guess that's it then.
Well, Mosswood Dreadknight's okay, but I'd probably just get countered. I'm so mana screwed. At least they're also mana screwed. Chrome Post C Sharp. I got this thing going on. So what do I do here? Do I Sentinel? Well, I want to get rid of the C Sharp first, right? Yeah, before he gets untapped. I get to draw a card. I don't think I want to do that. I think I want to Sentinel. But I can Preacher. It might be better to Preacher. And use a map token. It's a lot of lands. You gotta stop. Brass Forge. Oh, it's a Forge deck. Did I have a Ganjo? Is that what's going on? Alright, I guess do a Ganjo my Preacher. I'm okay with that. That's nothing. If I get a card draw and then I get a Ganjo out of their hand and they tap out, that's like the nuts. But this deck has a lot of artifact removal, so I'm not as worried about the Forge. But I am worried about me drawing all the lands in the whole deck, non-stop. So, would you like to kill my Preacher or just rope? Angry white man? You don't look angry. Actually, Liliana's pretty angry. Not as angry as Chandra. Liliana's definitely not a white man. I don't know what else to say. Alright. They have Make Disappear, which is interesting. Do they have hard counter? Well, they got one blue, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 8 mana. You got it. Should have thought a little bit ahead, huh? Ref 7. 1, 2, yeah, 6.
I will protect you, Phyrexia, until the invasion. Phyrexia is the future.
I mean, I did that pretty quickly, but I wanted to kill the Forge. I could have made us 6/6, or we win. That also works. So we can kill Jeskai control as long as our opponent plays badly. That's what you need to do about with Golgari, right? It's called the Rock. Basically, you gotta clothesline your opponent. Alright, where's that Golgari deck? This deck is just heartbreaking for me because I really like Golgari. I really like the way Golgari plays. Unfortunately, it's just not very good in the meta. I feel like all the cards, if you think about any matchup, all the cards has, you know, answers. Well, how do I say it? All the cards are answers to other decks, which make this deck, on paper, very good. But whenever you play against an opponent and you just draw the opposite of the answers for that deck, then it won't be that good. And that's kind of the problem I've been facing every time I play Golgari. I don't know if that's just because I haven't been drawing that well, if I have not been, well, definitely probably because I haven't been playing that well, but I also don't know what mistakes I'm exactly making to make it better. You have to play Golgari a lot. I feel like Golgari is a very sort of test the talents deck that you have to figure out what is the best sort of a curve, best way to curve out, best way to play your cards, best time to play your cards, best way to mulligan, not knowing what your opponent is. All of that. That's part of playing this deck, which I am not anywhere near good enough to know how to do that. So it'll take me some time to figure out. Langabai. That is a card that I'm starting to question. I do think it's very good. And that Roaming Thrones deck threw me off a little, but that's only because that you've never seen that deck before in the meta. So I still think Langabai is good, but there are justifications for cutting it and putting in Bitter Triumph. Bitter Blossom. There it is. Bitter Triumph. So you can, kill anything you want as long as you pay 3 life, right? But Langabai cannot be countered. That's what I really like about this against Rafine decks. And I was facing a lot of Rafine deck earlier, so that's the idea of why I really like running Langabai in the deck. That's really all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.